Chapter 41. The Master is Ultimate. Questioner. What is faith, Maharaj? Maharaj. Faith is a simple thing. It is complete acceptance. Put spiritual knowledge aside for a moment. Here is a simple example. Suppose I gave you the directions to get to a place. With faith, you will follow the instructions and go in that direction. If you have faith and trust, you will not be misguided. Faith is simple devotion. If illiterate people can reveal spiritual knowledge, why is it difficult for you? You went to college, you are educated. They were not so qualified, but they had strong faith in the masters, like in the following story of a fisherwoman. It was the rainy season, and at this time there were evenings of lectures and kirtans taking place in the neighbourhood. A fisherwoman wanted to go, in spite of the stormy weather. The lecturer said, "Keep the name of Lord Krishna on your lips, and you will get to the lecture safely." The boatman who was to take her there was a little anxious and reluctant to go out in the stormy seas. The fisherwoman reassured him. She was fearless. They set off. Throughout the journey, the fisherwoman kept the name of Lord Krishna on her lips. The boat managed to avoid the high waves. She arrived at the house safely. The lecturer looked surprised to see her. He said, "How did you come through the flood?" She answered, "You told me to keep Lord Krishna on my lips, and all would be well." The fisherwoman did not apply her intellect to the situation, just simple, innocent devotion. This story is a good example of how, if you have complete faith, you do not need anything else. Faith means faith in you. Your inner master will regenerate your power and give you guidance. Instructions will appear spontaneously. If I tell you you are Brahman, you are Atman, you must accept what the Master has said. You must have faith in the Master's words. There should not be any doubts. Siddharameshwar Maharaj used to tell the story about a saint who told his disciple to go down and give that grass to the cow. So the disciple went away and looked for the cow. There was no cow. He could only see a dog standing there. He knew that when his master instructed him to feed the cow grass, he had to give the grass to the dog, believing the dog was a cow. So he fed the grass to the dog. He passed the test because he did not question his master. He followed his master's instructions. He had good faith, complete faith in the master. That is faith. Questioner. Even if you find the instructions a little strange, you have to carry them through because they have come from the master. Maharaj. Yes. As you know, in our lineage we give a mantra. You must have faith in the master, faith in the initiation, and faith in the mantra. There should not be any doubts arising in you. You are to completely accept that knowledge, that reality, without any question, without any confusion. Have complete loyalty to the Master and to selfless self. If you do not have faith, you will be easily influenced, and then conflict and confusion will arise and create problems for you. Questioner. When you say you must have faith, do you mean faith in God? Maharaj. In this life that we are living, we must have faith in something, maybe God, maybe a master. Having faith and trust is essential. Questioner. And you need to believe in yourself too? Maharaj. Of course. You must have faith in yourself. If you don't, you will not have faith in others. If you yourself are confused, you will not have faith in others. For example, if your parents told you not to do something, you would not do it. You know they are instructing you out of good intentions, a good motive. If you go against their wishes, then this is a sign of disrespect. So somewhere in your life you have to keep faith. At the same time, there needs to be alertness. That's why I'm telling everyone not to nod their heads unless they are convinced. Oh, Maharaj said, oh, I don't know about that. And you start questioning, no, this is not the way. If you accept knowledge and you still have doubts, this will only create conflict and problems. Questioner. Faith in the Master has to be complete or not at all? Maharaj, yes. When you accept someone as your Master, you must have dedication, a co-relationship. You must have perfect dedication to the extent that you feel very strongly that this is my Master and this is the ultimate. If you go to the doctor and he prescribes medicine for you, you must have some faith. Faith is acceptance, but it is not blind faith. Questioner. And what is blind faith? Maharaj. Magic and that sort of thing, where people are looking to others for miraculous experiences. People who claim to be performing miracles and those who buy into what they're selling, that is blind faith. You may go on a fast, deny yourself or torture the body because you have faith in this sort of thing, that this sort of thing might bring about change in your material life. After accepting the Master, you should not mix with others who may distract you. Nisargadatta warned us, he said, you are devotees of your Master. The Master has given you ultimate truth, the entire thing. After that, you should not come across people with half knowledge or those who will distract you. Questioner. Therefore, faith in the Master means committed to the Master for life? Maharaj. Nisargadatta Maharaj said, even if God appears before you, you should not give any response because your Master is ultimate. Questioner. Because the Master is ultimate. That is beautiful. Maharaj. Nisargadatta Maharaj used to tell this story about a great saint from the Himalayas. He sent one of his disciples to ask Nisargadatta Maharaj if he would receive this saint's powers. The saint said, you are the only person to whom I can offer my power which I have gained after long, long practice. He was very old and feeble. Nisargadatta Maharaj said, tell your Master, Swami, I am not a widow. It means even though my Master is not physically alive, he is with me, he is my power. This was shortly after his own Master Sri Rameshwar Maharaj had left the body. Go tell your Master. The Himalayan Master was getting very irritated because his offer was rejected, and he was being so bluntly refused. He felt insulted. The saint sent another message, this time with threats. I will do something to you, something wicked with my power. Again Nisargadatta Maharaj said, you can't do anything. My Master is very great, the greatest. The saint listened and then he said, oh, this boy is truly realized. Nisargadatta Maharaj was not at all tempted by this great saint offering his power. He had complete faith and trust. There is no compromise with faith and trust. This is a sign of a realized one. You have faith and trust in yourself and in the Master. On another occasion, the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi sent some people to invite Nisargadatta Maharaj to visit her. He refused. He never bowed down to anyone else because of expectations or money or honour. If someone pointed out and said to my Master, here is a great saint, he would not flinch and show neither happiness nor sadness. So that same quality is to be established in you. I am sharing the same thing with everybody. Some people like the teachings, some people do not. Important people, unimportant people, that is irrelevant. I am placing before them their own truth, final truth. You may or may not accept it. See the daily dramas as a test of your knowledge, and you will gradually be drawn in less and less by any attractions. Even if God appeared before you, you will know that God is a projection of your presence. The figure of God is your reflection. To say God, your presence is required. God does not have an independent identity. This is straight power. I learned so many things from my master.